Hello there. Thank you so much for being here with me today. If you're here with me today, this is what we are going to go over. What unexpected blessing is on its way in? What can you do to prepare for this? What you did to receive this? Any other details, clues this is on its way in soon? Any timing, signs to look out for? And that's kind of it. Let's see how we go. So we have 5 piles here for you to choose from, starting with the Mystic Mondays Tarot and this beautiful amethyst. Is this an amethyst? Rolled? Well, let's hope so. Then we have the Luna Soul Tarot. And we have this beautiful crystal that I actually don't know the name of anymore. My memory is not the best. We'll move on to the Ethereal Bloom deck. The Rose Quartz. And we have the Modern Witch Tarot with this Angel Light. And then we have the Rider-Waite Smith Tarot with this, is this blue citrine? My memory is shot. So, to further help you, I'm going to take the top card with the Ace of Pentacles. For this, we have the 10 of Wands. Now remember, this doesn't necessarily have to have anything to do with your actual reading. This is just to help you, but to get a visual. This is the 2 of Wands. The 9 of Cups. And the 9 of Pentacles. Take a moment to pick your pile, and I'll see you in your pile. Hello, pile number 1. Thank you so much for being here. Let's get into your reading, shall we? What unexpected blessing is on its way in? Now, let's see, for group pile number 1, what unexpected blessing is on its way in? Oh, wow. Anything else? I kind of feel like this is good to start with, and then we'll go. I'm going to pick one more card. It's funny how when you say things like that, universe is always like, bet. Now give me a moment while I adjust these, and then we'll get right into it. Okay, let's start over here, shall we? We have the 5 of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles. You know, it is quite interesting because I had a certain set of questions, and yet, well, let's just see if this answers all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So, right. What unexpected blessing is on its way and what can you do to prepare for this? So, with this beginning, what unexpected blessing is on its way in? It's definitely something that you're not going to quite see. Even if it's right in front of you, you're not going to quite be able to tell. Notice how like there's this gate here and it's kind of blocked off. And even though they're looking over to the side here, it's as if excuse me. It's as if maybe you're not quite paying attention or you're busy with some other kind of affairs. And so we're looking over here and not quite at what's going on. But what I see is you have been prepping. You have been doing enough of the work. You've been putting in the hard work every single day, practicing, painting, learning your craft, and working on this, honing it. And so, yes, there is actually going to be an unexpected blessing, and it's something you're not going to see, and it has something to do, I think, with your career, money, finances, with this being a pentacle here. Now, let's see if there's anything else that we can kind of get. I think for this purpose, because the doorway is blocked here, it's as if the universe wants to keep this a secret. You're not going to quite see it coming, but it's almost there. So the reason what you can do to prepare, you've already been doing all of the work. The work has clearly been shown here with this 8 of Pentacles. That's about putting in the effort. And I see here with the Knight of Wands and this 10 of Swords, it's like this is you. This is your energy. You have completely changed the power, and that you look at the way that they're holding this wand. It's as if they are in control. And it's not this energy where they have all of these swords in their back and they're down, right? That's an ending. There's an ending to this. This Knight is like, we are not letting other people's thoughts control us. We're not letting these other scenarios, situations, thoughts keep us down, put us down, because that has been us in the past, and we're in this energy now where we take control, where we have the power in our hand and we hold it and we use that as we take action and move forward. Now, what you did to receive this here with the 3 of Swords in reverse and then the Star, it's you've been putting in the work to reverse the kind of heartbreaks, to get over the work and the things of the past where, you know, you could have spent a lot of time thinking about this heartbreak, this situation that may have happened. But what I see here with the Star under it, it's like, look at, it's honestly kind of giving a star here too. Do you see it through this? It's like with all the pointed edges, right? Like the star, how it points out, and it's like it's even fuller. Now, the Star is a card that talks about our hopes, our dreams, our wishes, those big things that we are excited about. And this Star, with it being this 3 of Swords reverse to help clarify, what I see is that what you did is you put in the work to go towards this, towards that thing that you believe in, towards the things that you're dreaming about, and love, what you hope for, when you wish for something. And you have completely transformed this and like alchemized this heartbreak, which may have been painful and may have taken a while, but you have transformed it into fuel towards your hopes and your dreams. It's like you're now even stronger. Not only is your heart together, but fused with this belief of your dream, of your ability. You know that this is possible, and you know that you were deserving of this because you've put in that work. Absolutely. All right, here for some other details, clues that this is on its way in soon. What I see here with the Ace of Swords and the Six of Pentacles, I'm going to go with between 1 and 6. The numbers between 1 and 6. So that could be 1 to 6 months, 1 to 6 weeks. It could be even 1 to 6 days. It could be 1 to 6 years as well. Although I don't get that kind of sense here. It feels shorter. It feels like months to me. But what I see here is when you take back control and power here of your thoughts, not only this is like you taking action to move past this energy. This is you alchemizing this heartbreak into fuel to go towards the thing of your dreams. And now this is you starting a new way of thinking and mentality here, where you hold the sword, you control your thoughts, you control the direction of that. And with the Six of Pentacles, this shows me that you have this balanced perspective. Do you see how they're just kind of meditating almost here? They're sitting quite peacefully. Pentacles are a little bit of a slower energy for sure, but it's slow and steady. It's sure. So when this blessing comes in, it is going to be something that you are going to be decisive about, and you are going to know that you are worthy of it because of what you have done here. And you're going to be in a balanced space and place to be able to take this on. It won't feel like this blessing. It won't, sometimes when like a good thing happens, but it's like a lot of work, it won't feel that way. It'll still feel good. You'll still feel peaceful as these blessings are coming in. And some other things I want to mention as we look at this balance, like look at these 3. They all have a kind of similar energy here, where it's like these are holding their palms out like this. And this is like, the stance feels very natural. And it feels right. It feels like they're not rushed, they're calm. They are controlling the situation, the scenario, not any other way. Here, even though there are swords all around us, we're in the middle, but we are absolutely free-flowing here. There is peace. We're not afraid. We're not afraid. Because we have control. We have control here too. We're balanced. And here, so it's like our mind. And on a material sense, you have so much balance and peace and harmony, and you generate and nurture. I think some other signs for you. Okay, 1, 6 to 8. 1, 6, 8. 1, 6, 8. I don't know, 1, 6, 1, 8. I don't know if these are important. Let's finish off over here with the 2 of Swords and then the 7 of Cups reversed. 2 of Swords and 7 of Cups. So some other clues for you. It may seem like there's, you're in a place where a lot of action isn't quite happening. There's maybe not a ton of movement, or maybe you're feeling a little bit stagnant. Like things just aren't quite moving forward. Do you see how it's like you can't move forward? They're stuck in this place. And with here, Seven of Cups, yes, it's like there are so many choices in front of us, but at the same time, it's like, how can we choose? It's you know that feeling of overwhelm when you're at the grocery store and there's actually way too many options of bread, way too many options of cookies or fruit, you know, whatever. I never have this issue with fruit, but it's just like there's almost so much that you don't even know where to start, where to begin. And the advice for you is to actually stay still and be pretty and just let things happen, because you've already done the work here. Clearly, you've done a lot of the work. You've taken the action. You've taken the steps. So right now, it's time to just rest and recover and be in this peaceful state and allow things to come in. When that doorway opens, you will go through and you'll get all the things. But right now, and it'll almost feel like there's too much going on. You don't even know how to make a decision. But that's better than none, right? But what's important is that you take this time to focus on yourself, on your peace. Trust that you've already done all of the work and just relax and let things flow. When that doorway opens, you will get all your blessings. Thank you so much for being here. Bye. Hi there, pile 2. If you chose this crystal and the Luna Soul Tarot, then this is your reading. I am going to shuffle the cards real quick, just for good measure. All right. Now, pile number 2, what unexpected blessing is on its way in? Did you see how that card kind of snuck out? It was a little sneaky doing that. And then those cards were like, nope, we are going to make our presence known. It feels like there's a little bit of sass here. All right, now. You have the special card from this deck. I like it. So, let us begin with, actually, just 1 second. There we go. Let's actually start with the Wu Wei card, because this is special to the Luna Soul Tarot. In fact, I want to actually get the guidebook out for this one to read it, because it is a special card. The Luna Soul Tarot, by the way. Gorgeous. And Wu Wei. To act in accordance with destiny. Nothing is simpler, nothing is harder. When we exert all our strength and effort, do we achieve the most? When we demand that our views are correct, how many do we convince? Is the victory that is Pyrrhic merely one step toward ultimate loss? Picture the stream. It flows across the land, adapting to the contours, in harmony with the rocks and valleys, and slowly, gently, with an almost invisible display of force, the land erodes and submits to the way of the stream. Learn to allow Do by not doing. Adapt. Take the shape of the circumstances you inhabit, and then, from within, gently do enough, just enough, so that your influence may turn the tide. Thus do we begin a story with a legacy in its heart. Okay, so that was kind of a lot, and I don't know if you necessarily understood it, but basically the way that I understand this card is that it's actually like you do nothing. It's kind of the art of like, it's like the ultimate flow. You don't go in this way or that way, right? Like the water, like when water flows in a stream, it just goes, right? It kind of takes whatever shape the riverbed has. So it just kind of goes with it, right? Like things just happen, and by not doing, actually more things happen. You kind of adapt to the circumstances, and then just, you know, just you do just enough as you get by. And, you know, I think this part here where it says that you do just enough so that your influence may turn the tide. Thus do we begin a story with a legacy in his heart. Now, here, that kind of energy, it's like, so rather, it's like working smarter, not harder, right? If you were to fight against the river, you would be working so much harder, but you just flow with things, and with that, so much more happens and gets accomplished. So now we know that this is kind of on its way in a blessing. Perhaps, you know, it is interesting how I had this little format, and yet it doesn't quite seem like we're flowing with it, but I'm just going to interpret it based on what I have in the cards here. We have the Chariot and the Three of Discs to start, and so this tells me that it's coming in quickly, this blessing. It sure is coming in quickly, and you are actually going to have people to celebrate with. Do you see here? It's like they all share, you know, these bags and this work, because, you know, they all have different perspectives and unique takes, and this makes you blossom so much better together, that you have these other people with you along in this journey. Now, here with this Ace of Cups and this Queen of Cups, what you do to prepare for this, honestly, you don't even need to do much. What this tells me right here is that you just need to flow. You know, with this Wu Wei, it's literally all about just relaxing and flowing with the way that things are kind of taking shape in your life. You just relax and allow things to happen. And when there are certain decisions to be made, certain motions, then you take your time and you go forth and do it. And I see that you are very good at this, because this is the Queen of Cups here. Now, the Queen of Cups is a lady who is extremely intuitive and is in tune with herself, her emotions, and her feelings. And she knows exactly what she wants and when she wants to do something and when she doesn't want to do something. And so this is all about you flowing with your emotions, what you feel in the certain kind of day. And with that, that is all you need to do. You don't need to worry about anything else. All you have to do is just flow and go with things, and just get ready for these unexpected surprises to come on in. So what you did to receive this right here with the High Priestess and the Six of Discs. The High Priestess, this shows me that you know exactly what it is. You know, perhaps you kept some kind of secret. You have this deeply intuitive knowledge, and you know some things that many others don't. And so, you know, I think by keeping these things to yourself, actually, by putting in the work, you know, working on whatever the spiritual thing is, Perhaps it is, I don't know, it feels like a secret project or just something. It feels a little bit spiritual in some kind of way. Maybe you have been turning towards spirituality. Maybe you have been meditating. Whatever it may be, it just speaks to you putting in the effort and trusting in your intuition. And not only that, but I see here with the Six of Discs is that you have given as you have like gone up in the ranks. It isn't all just about you, hoarding things for yourself or hoarding knowledge, hoarding anything. It's you're also sharing and spreading the wealth and the love as you are moving forward. And that is why these unexpected blessings are on their way into you, because you have been doing this. There's no gatekeeping here. We want everybody to level up, right? No gatekeeping. And so for a few extra details that we have, maybe a little bit on some clues that this is on its way in and some signs to kind of look out for. What we have here is the Emperor and the Star, which are two major arcana cards. Not to mention, this is also major arcana, this is major arcana. This we'll consider major arcana because it is special to this deck. So we have a lot of powerful energy here. And I'll include the Queen of Cups, of course, also. These are highly intuitive ladies. The Chariot, it gives Cancer energy, which I don't know. I'm a Cancer, so in my head, lady. But I know that that's not necessarily true. Take whatever resonates for you. Interesting that I'm having some throat things. Perhaps there has been a point, I was just getting to the point where we're looking out for some clues. So perhaps there will be something with like your voice, your throat, maybe there's like a speech coming up or something where you're going to have to talk a lot. And you're going to have to command the attention and the presence of others. With the Emperor, the Star, Wu-Wei, do you see like these are powerful? The Emperor is the Emperor, right? People look to them with respect. They look to them with leadership. And with the Star, this is what people dream about, dream towards, and have, and think about, and want. And with these two together, I think the signs to kind of look out for, well, we have anything between 4 and, this is 17. 4/17. 4/17 could be important. April 17. 7/14. 17/4. 174. Any one of those, it may or may not resonate with the timing. I think it's really more about an energy situation rather than the timing. So when you're feeling like you're in this place where you have just been absolutely flowing, where you are in tune with your emotions, your feelings, you have been seeking some kind of higher knowledge and seeking some wisdom, and you've been getting that. You've been slowly uncovering some secrets, perhaps keeping some secrets, but you have been sharing the knowledge as you have been moving forward and leveling up. And I see here with the Emperor and the Star that the clues that you can find maybe are like somebody, a mentor type, that this Emperor type that you that comes into your life or is around. This might be a clue that this unexpected blessing is coming in. And then with the Star, think about those things that make you feel really good, your hopes and your dreams. When you wish upon a star and you're pouring into yourself and you're nurturing the ground here, look at how they're looking up. Yes, at the Star, but it's almost like they're looking up at the Emperor here. They're looking up even above, higher. Perhaps this is like a father, grandfather figure. This could even be God, somebody that you look up to, right? You are looking up to, perhaps with this kind of ideal. Some kind of ancestor, perhaps. But what you need to know is you just have to focus on absolutely flowing with the situation at hand, right? Not doing too much, doing just enough in the right time, right? When you're in the fork in the road, are you gonna go left or right? You're gonna choose. You're gonna make a decision. Of course, you will flow in either direction, but wouldn't you command the flow rather than just let it flow? Thoughts for you to think about. But what I see here is that it is going to come in soon, and it's not just going to bless you, but multiple other people. And there's absolutely nothing you need to do to prepare for it. You just absolutely flow for it. You have been doing the work. I see it in the way that you have learned these new skills and are giving back, and you're not gatekeeping. And the little kind of clues and timing and signs to look out for, this emperor type of person, this person that helps you get closer to your dreams, or whatever this represents to you. And the final piece of advice is for you to just go with the flow. You get it. Command that flow, not just go with it. And you are just all right. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Hi, pile 3. If you chose this rose quartz, this is your reading. This is from the Ethereal Bloom deck. I'm going to shuffle it once for good measure. And then we will see what unexpected blessing is on its way in. Let's start here. Feels like I need some more cards. Oh. Wait, was that a card flipped over the other way? Oh. Okay. Just cards really quick. I mean, the devil. And did you notice how it was hiding in the cards? But it did flip over. So I wanted to make sure I took it. So what unexpected blessing is on its way in? What can you do to prepare for this? What you did to receive this? Now, this is typically the flow will go in. And the last little of the few clues are over here. But let's start on this side with what unexpected blessing is on its way in. Now, it's going to have something to do with your mindset, especially because it's been a little bit stagnant so far. Now, let's look at this energy here. Do we see how they're taking control? The power here. This Page of Swords. Sorry, this light is just what? Okay, this is good. Okay, I can't. Okay, great. So look at these two energies here. This Page of Swords, they look confident. They're picking up the sword and they are steering. They're taking control, right? Here, man, did I just get blasted high before this or what? If that's also you, hi friend. It's not as if I don't do this. Am I just like, listen, we're 420 friendly here. Okay, 3 of Swords and the Hierophant. This card typically talks about heartbreak. However, when I look at this card, it looks so powerful and strong. It doesn't look like the heart is broken here, right? It's like this heart of armor, and it's like it's stronger now. It's got like these accessories. Perhaps it's got bigger walls now too. But like it's like geared up, you know, and it's stronger, the heart, and we're over the heartbreak. Now, with the Hierophant coming directly underneath it, the Hierophant is a card that talks about a lot of wisdom, of higher power, spiritual power. In some cases, people know it as the Pope. But it's like that religious authority, that source of truth that some people go towards. If this, I notice how the swords are pointing towards this. Perhaps this is what helped you get over this heartbreak. It's like, you know, because we were able to channel this and go towards this, whatever it may have been. Maybe it was tarot for you. That was a way for you to kind of to understand what was going on. Or maybe it was therapy, right? Some kind of trusted authority to help you through. And wow, we have the 2 pages here, which is this kind of young, youthful energy. But just because we're a novice, it doesn't mean we're naive. That is quite important, and I believe that is a quote from Women Who Run with the Wolves. Or does it go the other way? Just because we are a novice, we're not naive. Anyways, this energy is all about starting fresh. Look, it's like we're venturing off almost on like this new quest. And yes, it does seem like there's this light kind of with us, guiding us, helping us along. You know, I can't help but look and see that same thing over here with these lights. With this, it's like almost a separate version of this, right? But now we get to see the front version of it. This is the back, and now this is like the front. And this light is in front of us. We have our cups, or our little friends, and we're happy we're looking up in this direction. And it's like, wow, there's so many little things to choose and ways to go. We're excited about it. All the possibilities that are lit up. Here it is, like, this is your journey, this is your path, but know that you're good. Like, whatever path you choose, you're good. There is a light on it, and it's just about choosing what you, in your heart, feels right. So if it has taken a while for you to trust your heart on these things, what I can recommend to you is to spend some time hermiting. Truly. There's nothing wrong with spending some time on your own. it's actually at this point where you can find the clarity to move forward. Like, here, look at the light. It's floating beside us, in front of us, guiding us. It's as if on its own, you know, like magical. And so it's like when we're on our own, this time, it's like there's still this light that's with us. We're never truly alone. And actually, it is like alone on in the physical sense, but you are truly with others. And this is when you gain the clarity and the insight. Now, it's almost like these 3 swords previously right here, kind of like these 3 cups, they keep pouring out on you. And do you see how it's around the head? It's like we can't forget about it. And it soaks us wet, right? But look at these perfectly good ones over here. It looks different. Like the liquid looks warm. It's glowing, almost like a fire. What a completely different energy. So we have to let go of this that doesn't serve us. Remember how we became stronger because of it. We let that go. We won't let it continue to pour out on us, right? We focused on the ones that are good to us, that pour into our cup, that don't make us feel bad and sad and emotional, that question ourselves. No. You focus on the good. And if it takes you a moment, take a moment to really be alone and think about who truly makes you feel good about yourself. No drama, no competition, love. So, some other details and clues. We have the King of Wands, the Empress, and the Devil. Oh my, this might be quite passionate and spicy. Like, can we talk about how the Empress in this deck is red and there's this fire and this heat? I mean, sexy mama first of all, but sheesh. And I mean, listen, the Empress is actually technically above a King of Wands. Like, they are a match, but an Empress is an Empress. This is not the Emperor. But it is interesting, there's almost like a fire spirit kind of behind. So at the same time, it's like this King of Wands is behind the Empress. But I think at the same time, the Empress is also behind the King of Wands. It's a really good interchange. But when I say Spice Town, I mean, we have the Devil here. It was lurking. But, so maybe it takes a second to get there. But once that side comes out, there's nothing wrong with it, right? The debaucherous, the pleasure. And I think it's gonna be really good. Whew. I mean, yeah, all this fire, like, especially, like, this deck, this might be the spiciest. Ooh. Okay, I didn't expect this reading to head in that direction, but, I mean, we did say unexpected blessing, so it really can be anything. I am excited for you. Remember that there's not much that you can do to prepare for this, but you know, it's like you're going on this journey. Actually, there is a few things, sorry. To prepare for this, there is a journey that you must go through, and you have been starting that journey as the page here, clearly, and as this person who's getting over this Three of Swords, turning towards your source of truth and wisdom. And as you go on this journey, there are infinite possibilities ahead of you. There's light in front of you, and it guides you. But it is a solo journey here. You have to do it alone. There's nobody else who can do it for you. It must be you and you alone. With the Five of Cups, we have the end of this era. You're doing this reflection, and you know that you don't deserve that kind of treatment where people just pour on you. No. You deserve to have them light you up, the flames, right? This is just barely a flicker, because we already jumped to the conclusion. Like, look at this. Whew, spice down all the fire, the passion, the heat. I mean, it is unmistakable. And look at this. It is definitely going to be some fun. Perhaps some power plays. Whew. Anyways, that is for you and your people, person, whomever, whomst ever, however many people there are. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. And I'm excited for you. Buckle up. Do the work, but get ready. Hello there. If you chose this Angel Light and the Modern Witch Tarot, then this is going to be your reading. These are quite stiff, so they're harder to shuffle. Not that it's an excuse. I can definitely do it. But a moment for the nails, please. This thumbnail unfortunately ripped off, but she's alright. She's still cute. I don't mind her. Oh my goodness. Alright, what unexpected blessing is on its way in? Did you see how that absolutely flew out before I barely even... Oh, wow. Let's start with this and see if any other cards want to come out. There was so many cards. I was like, it did feel like a lot, but, you know, whatever. Okay, give me a second to adjust everything. All right, and we'll go in this direction. Just want to make sure you can see everything in the frame. Okay, great. So let's start over here with the Four of Wands, with the Eight of Swords. Now, you saw how fast that flew out. I barely even asked the question and it flew out. So I pay attention to all that, and so should you. So the Four of Wands is a card that definitely talks a lot about union and partnership. Now, it may talk about marriage. It quite often does look like that. Or it could just talk about manifestation. Do we see how this is like an 1111, which many use for manifestation? So take that in whatever way resonates for you. Now, I do want to say we have the Eight of Swords here as well. Now, the Eight of Swords is a card that talks about, do you see how they're completely like tied up here, unable to move forward? They're trapped. Here, it's almost like there's like a drought, with our feelings, which is what water is related to, and our emotions. Swords are related to our thoughts, what we think about a lot. Here, do you also see how we're blindfolded? It's like you may not even see that you're in this position. And yet, that is just precisely how you have been trapped. So take a moment to think about where you have been trapped, limited, oppressed. Have you been told you can't do something, but when you were a kid and you somehow believed that, but now as an adult looking back, you don't believe that anymore. And you can free yourself from these traps. Do you see how literally they're basically, if they just scooched over an inch, they could free themselves. They could cut themselves loose from this. Excuse me. You have the power. Yes, you're blindfolded, but you can shake it off, and you don't even need to. You just need to move side to side, right? Shimmy a little. Move a little. Get moving. Start seeing what happens then. And don't worry, even if that doesn't happen, like, it will. Now, honestly, what can you do to prepare for this? We have the Three of Cups and the Strength card. Now, the Three of Cups is a card that talks about spending time with your friends, your loved ones, those that make you feel good when you spend time with them. With the Strength card underneath it, that talks about having strength and courage. It talks about bravery. It talks about moving forward, not only with grace, but with dignity. They are at one with this animal, the lion, which is the leader of the animal kingdom, right? Here. Here. With the devil and the King of Pentacles. You will have your strength and courage. And I think this is what you did to receive this. I think you overcame the devil here with this King of Pentacles, to clarify it. You know, there can be a lot of overlap between these two. Do we see the horns here? The King of Pentacles also gives Capricorn energy, which is the goat, you know, which, you know, a lot of similarities with the devil here. But, with this is honorable. This one does things by the book. They do things in the light of day. Things are solid, strong, stable with the King of Pentacles. Unlike the devil, which coaches you and lures you into these traps. The King of Pentacles is stable, strong. They don't fall into those traps. And that is what you did to receive these blessings that are coming in. You resist this by doing this, honoring your truth. So what I can say to you, and I also see here with the Four of Swords and the Queen of Swords, this wasn't necessarily easy. You know, there's this kind of energy where it's like, you know, you were stagnant for so long. And, you know, with this Queen of Swords, perhaps this is where you wanted to be. Sharp-witted, quick, decisive, perhaps a little bit cold. But sometimes we couldn't get out of bed. We couldn't do it. It's okay, because we all go through these seasons, and that is perfectly fine for you to experience these things. Know that that is okay. But know that coming out of this, what happens? The Nine of Swords. It is an energy where you cannot go to bed. Like, you stay awake overthinking about these things that take up space in your head, right? Why did I just voices in your head? I want you to have some grace and be kinder to yourself. It is not only so hard to do that, but sleep is so important. It's not fair to do that. You can, you know, you can break this habit. You can start listening to meditations, sleep hypnosis, affirmations, different things to change that. And those can actually help you fall asleep. They help me fall asleep sometimes. If you have issues, then stop listening to the voices in your head, right? Start listening to somebody else's, and hopefully you choose somebody else who says kinder things. And so you can start listening to that. And honestly, the more that you are involved around that, the better. And you can change your attitude in life too. Baby steps. And honestly, it's kind of the easiest way. You don't even have to do anything, right? You just go to sleep. Try it out, you know, the worst thing that could happen. Let me know. I'll take some feedback. Now, to finish, we have the Ten of Pentacles. The Pentacles. This is an energy where we have evolved from here. You know, I noticed the hair is quite similar here, except, you know, we're older here for sure. And it's almost like, yeah, this is a glimpse from the past, right? The future. I mean, time is kind of tough. It's almost giving, like, if you've seen Interstellar, which is like my favorite movie ever. It recently was just re-released in theaters. Best, incredible. But it's like that scene about time. If you get it, you get it. I can't explain it if not. What I want to say here. 9 talks about the ending of a cycle. 10 talks about completion. 10, we're all the way at the end, and now, oh my god. Ooh, had an accident there. Okay. With, where do we leave off? This, it's almost as if like a glimpse of the future. Start listening to other people who are more positive if this is an energy you're in. And almost it's like we're looking to the past and backwards. It's completion, nearing the end of a cycle. We have made it. Not only have we made it, but we've made it to a point where there's more than enough for everybody to go around. And not only that, we have our animal companions with us, our generations of families. And it's because you took the brave step, the courageous step to move beyond the limitations, to move beyond the overthinking. And further, the rewards, the lovers, the Ace of Cups. I think this could talk about a relationship. And this is a relationship where it feels reciprocal. Here it feels good. The Ace of Cups. This is a card that talks about a brand new beginning with a relationship, with emotions. Here with this one, do you see how it's in the palm of her hand? But it just overflows. It's overflowing with love. And isn't that a beautiful thing? To be overflowing with love. So, finally to finish, we have 2 sixes, the 6 of Pentacles, the 6 of Wands. Sixes, 2 fours, 4s and 6s might be important if you look for 44, 66, 4, 6. The months of April through June might be significant. Okay. 6. So June 6th. Could also be the 26th. 626 is my birthday. Just let me drop that fun fact. So, the final thing I want to talk about, the 6 of Pentacles and the 6 of Wands here, is the victory here. Not only are we successful here, but I mean, even with the V here, it's very clearly we came back successful, right? We've come back on this journey. We have our wreath to show that we have won. And look, we're doing well. But not only that, but we also have gifts for other people. Not only are we successful, but we also remember to give back and help those as we go. Sorry, I just had a moment where I was thinking about such a blessing that my friend did for me. She actually did these nails for me, and aren't they gorgeous? I messed this one up, but they're so pretty. And I was thinking, what a blessing that was to have done, right? The blessings that are about to come your way are gonna feel so good. And it's because you have also done the things to give back to them. And so you totally deserve it. So when it does come in, get excited, get ready. You have put in all the work. You deserve it. You have been strong and brave. You've got this, honey. I commend you. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Goodbye. Hello there. If you chose this crystal, she's gorgeous. I unfortunately don't know the name of her, so if you do, please let me know. Now, we have the Rider-Waite Smith Tarot. What unexpected blessings are coming for you? Oh. Okay, let me get those off the floor in a second. Let's see if any other cards want to come out. Okay. I think we're probably good. Let me grab the ones that are on the floor. I think I grabbed one more. It almost feels like it should go there, so card for the 7 of Swords. Okay. So this line there, I'm just gonna leave that. And let's start over here with the Devil, the King of Wands. First of all, we have 2 kings, 2 queens, the Devil, the Empress, the Hierophant. Wow. Let's get into it. Starting over here with the Devil, with the King of Wands. Now, the Devil does talk about kind of being chained to some lower impulses, some things that maybe are not necessarily that good for us. And look how they kind of keep us trapped. Here with the grapes, it's giving like, is it like wine? Here with the fire, is it some kind of thing that you smoke? What is it that keeps you chained? Is it TV? Is it food? It could be any of these things, whatever that may be for you. Now, the King of Wands talks about somebody who is full of passion, somebody who takes action and goes after things, who has a leadership role. This is somebody who is not chained to this because they're too busy. They're too busy to have any of that happen. They have other things that they're busy doing. They're a leader. And clearly you are a leader with all of this leader energy. Even though this is the devil, the devil still leads, right? And don't they do a good job of leading? So do the rest. Let's talk about the Queen of Cups and the King of Swords. A really good balance between the head and the heart. However, look at the heart. It's above the head. The Queen of Cups is about emotions, feeling, intuiting, and trusting our emotions, feeling into that. Notice how the cup is closed here, though, giving the sense that they know how to discern who deserves their true emotions and thoughts and who does not. While this is balanced with the King of Swords, who is somebody who is so rational and logical and thinks with his head, does not think with emotions, though, like the Queen of Cups. But together, it is a really good balance because they balance each other out. We have the Hierophant and then the Queen of Pentacles, and then it was clarified by this Two of Wands. You saw how it flipped out right on top of these two, and it felt like it needed to stay there. So with the Hierophant and the Queen of Pentacles here, we're talking about some higher authority that you turn to. It could be a religious authority, a spiritual authority. It could be a mentor, a grandfather, anybody that you really turn to. It could be somebody you find on the internet. Really, however that resonates for you, but somebody that you have gotten a lot of wisdom from, and you've gotten some answers to questions from, and whenever you've kind of searched for some guidance. And here with the Queen of Pentacles, this tells me that you have been on this, it's almost like they have kind of been nurturing you in a way, like maybe they've just been educating you in certain senses, but that has helped you in a material sense. Whether maybe it has actually helped you in a financial sense, or whether it's just helped you like knowledge wise, there has been a lot of level ups that have happened here. And then with the Two of Wands, I see that they were making some kind of choice based on this experience. You're making some kind of choice off of this, and there's going to be something that is going to change as a result. I'm going to take a sip of my tea. This is Throat Coat, one of my favorites. Now, this is the Seven of Swords, and this is the Knight of Cups. So, excuse me for a second, I'm just looking for a top coat. I know, why am I distracted? But there's something going on with my nail, and I just want to fix it right now. I don't know, is that significant that you have to do something kind of like impulsively when the time comes? No shame in the game either way. It's just interesting because I didn't have to do that with anybody else, but I didn't notice that, and we have fixed it. So, and that's kind of in line with this energy anyway, so it kind of makes sense that I just did that little offhanded situation. Now, with this Seven of Swords, this is a card that does talk a little bit about deception. It sure does. Now, this, it talks about... Interesting that I've had some technical difficulties, but we were getting to this point where there's a little bit of deception sneaking around, maybe some kind of tomfoolery. This energy feels like there's like messing around that's kind of happening. So what I want you to pay attention to during this moment is your feelings and your emotions. Now, if this is somebody coming in, know that there's some sneakiness. So watch out, especially with this Knight of Cups. Do you see how there's wings on like the helmet, on their shoes? It gives flightiness, like they're gonna run away. Like they come in quickly, but they will leave just as quickly. So I want you to watch out, especially if this is somebody who comes in a little bit of sneaking around, especially with this a little bit prevalent. Prep for the attacks. What you need to actually focus on here is the Empress overall, this kind of energy. Now, the Empress, look at the wheat here, indicating the fertile lands that are growing. She's in a comfortable throne, right? So we're at ease, we feel comfortable and safe. It's not rigid and hard like some of these other thrones, as you can see. This is soft, cushy. With this water flowing, we are absolutely flowing. With the stars here, it talks about our power, how in tune we are. With all of these fruits on her clothing, it also talks about the fertility she has of generating her creations, what she wants to create. Now, this comes from places of love and is totally opposite of this. And this is more of the energy you should focus on. However, it is going to be tough because there's going to be a lot of deception and sneaking around. There's going to be some tomfoolery where it's going to make it a little tough for you. Trust your divine source and higher wisdom. Trust in the feminine, the flow. You have to make a decision at one point. Do you go for the finances or the wisdom? Some other things, maybe 2 to 3, 2 to 7, 2 to 5 months, weeks, feels about right with all of these numbers here. All right. I want you to avoid the traps. We focus on our passions, our commitments, the things we take action, are excited to go after. You feel your emotions. You know whether to trust somebody or not. But you also have this good balance between your rational head and logic. You turn towards your sources of truth and wisdom in times. Now, it's also like there's a decision to be made, right, between this. The Queen of Pentacles, somebody who, similar to the Empress, but this is a little bit more focused on their coin. Similar to nurturing, but there's more of like an earthly matter to this. Versus this, it's kind of more something we take action and are passionate about. And with this final little piece, watch out for some sneaking around for this Knight of Cups, who may come in just as quickly as they go. You are this Empress. Even further, the Star. Somebody, this is divine feminine. You absolutely flow and connect, and you're able to reach your hopes and your dreams. I mean, look at all this powerful energy here. Do not succumb to your temptations, and you've got this. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today.